Hey, it's so beautiful outside, and it's starting to rain. That lady that told me the wrong directions. So I wanted to kind of give you all an update. Okay, so I went to Salt Lake today to take care of some business. I wanted to go to school again, and I'll be able to go back to school and save $4,000 in tuition. Skip math.com. What? That's freaking awesome. Okay, let me record that right here. Save $4,000 in tuition. Skip math.com. I guess I'll have to try that out. Okay, so I'm going back to school in the fall, and I'm excited about it. Like, I felt inspired. I already made a video about it. But okay, I feel like a turtle. I really do feel like a turtle, because what happened was, like, okay, I'm not in depression anymore. It's like, God took that away from me. But what happened is now I'm having anxiety. And it's like it's just freaking weird. It just all of a sudden started coming out of nowhere, where I started having anxiety. So I think it's just because, like when you're in depression, like you kind of go into isolation a little bit, and you kind of live like a small world, You live a world of comfort, and you're like a little turtle in a shell. But I went to the city today, Salt Lake, and it was just like, oh my gosh, look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. So it's just, so I started going up the escalator, and my legs were turning into like freaking jello, and it was just so freaking scary. I was just like, I literally was going to have a panic attack on the freaking escalator, and I felt like I didn't have any balance. I felt like it was just like a lot of thoughts were racing through my mind. I'm like, why am I going up an escalator? Because like one little slight move wrong, I could fall backwards. And I had like my backpack on my, on my back. And then I was like, it was kind of dangerous. I was leaning forward, and I was just like, I kept praying. I'm like, please God, please help me just make it through this escalator. And the escalator felt like it was eternity. It felt like a bad dream. Okay. And then that was freaking weird. And then another thing that happened was, I've had nightmares about escalators before, but I used to be on an escalator. I had no problem. Like in the past, it just started happening. I was scared of escalators. I don't know why. I think there's something subconscious going on here with escalators. So then I went to a church museum, and there was this, so it was like an IMAX theater, and it was like a very short film about my, Joseph Smith, like in my religion. And then the camera, it was like zooming up and up and up and up and up and up. And I was like having anxiety, and it was it was a theater screen. That was it. And I was like, oh my gosh. It's so freaking weird. Even me talking about it is making my heart race. And then I was walking down the street, and I looked up at the building, and I noticed like how big and grand and towering the building was, and it freaked me out. And then I went into the Joseph Smith building, and I looked up at the ceiling, and it was just so like it was so elaborate. It was filled with gold, and it was just amazing workmanship. But I was freaking out. Like, I just couldn't handle it. And I just think that, okay, I'm going back to church. I love the groundingness of church and everything like that. But I think that what happened, I think I'm freaking out because of so we're in a corporation, right? And we're like in corporate America. So keep in mind, I told you that the mountains don't freak me out. I don't get scared being, in mountains or hiking or like being a part of nature, even if it's vast and big. Like, that doesn't freak me out. Although it does kind of freak me out if I look up at the stars and I imagine and I'm like laying down and I'm imagining like gravity, all of a sudden just not being there anymore, and then like me falling from the ground into the sky. I've had thoughts of that, and it just like freaks me out. I don't know, guys. It just happened. I'm afraid of heights now. Like, what the hell? So I'm not like in depression anymore, but I'm having anxiety, pure anxiety. But I'm okay now because I'm back in Orem. But it was happening in Salt Lake. But my heart is actually beating talking about it. So I'll talk to you later.